The grand ballroom glittered with crystal chandeliers, fresh white roses, and a breathtaking birthday cake that stood taller than most of the guests who were supposed to be there. Every table had been carefully prepared. Every candle was lit, and every chair waited for someone who never came. At the center of it all sat Amelia Carter, one of the country's most successful CEOs, dressed elegantly in a deep emerald gown, quietly sitting in her wheelchair as the clock ticked past the start of her birthday celebration. The silence inside the luxurious hall became louder than any music could have been. One by one, the messages on her phone stopped coming, and every excuse felt colder than the last. The woman who had built a billion-dollar empire suddenly realized she had no one willing to spend a single evening with her. Before we continue this emotional journey, if you believe kindness is more valuable than wealth and that everyone deserves a second chance, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel for more heart-touching stories. For years, Amelia had been admired across the business world. Newspapers praised her intelligence, magazines celebrated her success, and investors trusted every decision she made. But behind the headlines was a lonely woman, carrying invisible scars. 2 years earlier, a devastating car accident had taken away her ability to walk. While she fought through endless surgeries and painful rehabilitation, something even more painful happened. Friends slowly disappeared. Business partners became distant. Even relatives who once filled her mansion during holidays suddenly became too busy to visit. The wheelchair did not only change how Amelia moved through life, it revealed who truly wanted to walk beside her. Her assistants had spent weeks organizing the perfect birthday celebration, sending elegant invitations to celebrities, executives, politicians, and influential friends. Nearly everyone had confirmed their attendance. But as the evening arrived, cancellation after cancellation appeared. Some blamed business meetings. Others claimed family emergencies. A few never even bothered to respond. The magnificent ballroom became a painful reminder that admiration and genuine love were never the same thing. Amelia stared through the massive windows overlooking the sparkling city lights, wondering how success had led her to complete isolation. She wasn't crying because no one had remembered her birthday. They had simply chosen not to come. Outside the hotel, Daniel Brooks was finishing his final delivery of the evening, a widowed single father raising his 8-year-old daughter Lily. Daniel worked long hours to keep food on their small apartment table. Every extra dollar mattered. Every shift meant sacrificing precious family time. As he prepared to leave, Lily noticed the untouched decorations through the ballroom window. Curious, she asked why such a beautiful party looked completely empty. Daniel politely asked one of the hotel employees what had happened. After hearing the heartbreaking story, he stood silently for a moment. He looked at the birthday gift Lily had wrapped for him earlier that day, a simple handmade picture frame she had created from recycled cardboard. Without thinking twice, Lily smiled and suggested they should give it to the lonely birthday lady instead. Daniel hesitated. They were strangers. They had no expensive present, no invitation, and no reason to interrupt such an elegant event. Yet somehow, compassion felt stronger than embarrassment. When they quietly entered the ballroom, Amelia barely noticed them at first. She expected another employee checking on the decorations. Instead, she saw a tired father holding his daughter's hand as they slowly approached her table. Lily gently handed over the handmade frame, decorated with tiny paper flowers and colorful drawings. Inside was a handwritten message that simply read, "Families are not always the people we're born with. Sometimes they're the people who choose to stay." For the first time that evening, Amelia smiled. The expensive gifts she had once received from wealthy acquaintances had never carried the warmth of that tiny handmade frame. Daniel apologized for intruding and explained that no one should spend a birthday alone. He admitted they couldn't stay long because he still had work waiting. But Lily insisted that birthdays deserved cake, laughter, and singing, no matter who you were. The hotel staff, who had quietly watched everything unfold, suddenly joined them. One chef brought fresh coffee. Another employee sliced the enormous birthday cake. The musicians, who had been waiting without an audience, softly began playing Happy Birthday. Soon waiters, cleaners, receptionists, and security guards gathered around Amelia's table. None of them had planned to celebrate with the billionaire CEO. Yet together, they created the most sincere birthday party she had ever experienced. As Amelia looked around the room, she realized something extraordinary. The people surrounding her expected nothing in return. They weren't there for contracts, money, influence, or publicity. They were there simply because they saw another human being hurting. The following morning, Amelia made a decision that surprised the entire business community. Instead of investing millions into another luxury project, she launched a foundation dedicated to supporting single parents struggling to balance work and family. Daniel was invited, not as an employee, but as the foundation's first community advisor. His practical experience and humble wisdom shaped programs that eventually helped thousands of families find childcare, education, and financial support. Lily's handmade picture frame found a permanent place on Amelia's office desk. Every important visitor noticed it, and every time someone asked why such a simple gift sat among priceless awards, Amelia shared the story of the birthday when strangers reminded her what genuine kindness looked like. Years later, Amelia often said that losing the ability to walk had unexpectedly helped her discover the people worth walking through life with. Wealth had built her empire, but compassion rebuilt her heart. Daniel and Lily never considered themselves heroes. They simply believed that nobody should ever celebrate a birthday alone. If this story touched your heart, please write in the comments. Kindness changes lives. And if this emotional story reminded you that even the smallest act of compassion can transform someone's world, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, and help spread more stories that inspire hope, kindness, and second chances. Sometimes, changing someone's life doesn't require millions of dollars. Sometimes, it begins with simply showing up when everyone else walks away.
Que no me importa, como es Boca. Me puedo estar, no sé, 30 segundos, un minuto. 5, 10 minutos bien, 10 minutos mal y ya está. Pero si Boca pasa a la siguiente fase, no voy a estar tipo, oh, no, buena pija. Con River también, con River es casi instantáneo. River pierde, listo, yo estoy. Jugamos, miramos, quiero ganar, perdemos, por ejemplo, el primero contra Belgrano, es una baja, ese día estuve un poco mal, lo pateé un par de horas el sentimiento, pero después no me voy a andar rasgando la vestidura. Ya se perdió, no se puede cambiar nada. Yo soy muy ansioso, soy más ansioso al comienzo del partido me pongo muy ansioso, porque ahí sí tengo la misma chance de ganar como de perder. Durante el partido, la gente no me ve, estoy normal,